Just gonna ground here for a few more seconds and then go in and I'll show you what I do in the morning. Good morning. I just woke up like 30-ish minutes ago. Look at this beautiful light in the kitchen in the morning. I just love it when it comes through the window. I'm in Florence and I wanted to take you guys on a little morning, life in the morning with me. Still very cold here in the morning, so the grass is actually frozen with water. So it's really cold on my feet, but I try to just stick it out for at least a minute just to get that grounding energy that I need in the morning. I have a buckwheat bread that has been fermenting overnight. There she is, nice and fluffy. I'm actually back taking zeolite. I went to America for a month and this whole heavy metal thing on my back, which is like cystic acne on my back, which I started getting in 2020 after I had COVID. Took me 3 years to get rid of it, pretty much. I got rid of it and it hasn't been back in a very long time, and then I went to the US and my dermatitis under my nose came back, and this crazy cystic acne on my back came back, which is just really unfortunate and also just a little bit concerning, to be honest, about like American food and why in Europe it went away and I was fine. And I went to America for 1 month and ate really healthy. I mean, eating out, but like eating healthy, and yeah, don't know. So supplements that I'm taking right now. This is Dr. Tennant Raw Materials. I think I've talked about it before in a different YouTube. This is a really high electrolyte, antioxidant, phytoplankton, and also really helps with detoxing heavy metals. So I've been taking this twice a day right now to try and, with the zeolite, to try and get my back to clear up. Then this is something actually new to me. It's called Wild Holistic. I actually follow these girls on Instagram. I love their Instagram, and they make these really amazing tinctures. So they sent me to try Womb Whisperer, which is obviously really good for hormonal balance and fertility, which I'm about to be 32 in a couple months. So obviously I'm trying to take care of my fertility as much as possible because I would love to have kids in the next couple years. So I'm trying to do some things to obviously build up that fertility as much as possible because I still have a little bit to go. And then this is Healing Body Anti-Inflammatory Tonic. So I just started taking these a couple weeks ago. So far, I really love them. I don't know if I've felt a difference yet, but like anything, you have to take a supplement for like pretty much at least a month to know the difference. But I like the way it makes me feel, so that's obviously really important. And then my Armra, which is colostrum. I love to take this for my gut health, for my skin, for my hair. I just try to optimize as much as possible when it comes to gut health, obviously, because I've struggled with so many issues in my life and I'm still not perfect. Then I think I'm just gonna mix, no, actually I'm not gonna mix my zeolite in there because zeolite basically pulls out all impurities, all minerals. Like, you have to really make sure you take more minerals when you take zeolite just because it can diminish them from your body. It doesn't taste amazing because there's so many things in here that like look gross, but it doesn't taste bad. So, and to me, I feel like I've been drinking like semi-borderline disgusting things in the mornings for like over a decade. So to me, I'm just like, it's good for you, just check it. No, it's not bad. Herby. So I'm actually gonna wait a little bit to take the zeolite just to make sure I don't detox from anything that's good. And supplements, always taking seed. Vitamin D, very important in wintertime to take a good vitamin D. This is 25,000 I use. This is vitamin D3 with K2. I think that's really, really important to take together. You get the most absorption out of this. So when I did my blood work when I was back in LA, when I went the time before, it was right after summer. My vitamin D was amazing. I went this time, and it's been obviously some time as we're in winter time, and my vitamin D was low. So I am back on taking vitamin D because I think it's super important for our overall health. It's also really good for fertility. I'm taking glutathione. This is really important for detoxing the stomach. Your stomach already has this produced on its own. If your stomach doesn't produce a lot on its own, this also can disrupt gut health. So I'm taking actually double the amount because, again, in my blood work that I did, unfortunately my glutathione was low even though I take glutathione every day, so I needed to up the dose. And then I take ashwagandha just for anxiety. This is also really good for fertility. I feel like I go through so many phases where sometimes I take supplements, sometimes I don't, or sometimes I take only 2, sometimes I take a ton. This is why I think it's so important to get blood work done and test for everything that you possibly can. When a doctor does a basic test, that's not going to give you all the information that you need. In America, for my American followers, there's a lot of really cool platforms now where you can, like, they'll come to your house, do your blood work, and give you like a whole app with all the information. I really think that we should utilize these platforms because at the end of the day, your body changes every 6 months. It's really good to get your blood work done every 6 months, at least once a year, because your body fluctuates based on your lifestyle or stressors or whatever it may be. So I always get my blood work done every year. When I was living in LA, I used to get it done every 6 months, just to make sure I'm taking the right vitamins and not over supplementing with things that I don't need. We obviously live in a very big supplement world. It's a $1 trillion industry and they're gonna push 1 million supplements at you, but let's just take what we need. And just so you know, guys, this takes me no time in the morning when I do this stuff, but when I record it, it obviously takes way longer, so don't think that like her morning routine takes so long because it actually doesn't. I just have to take the time to record and explain everything to you guys, so it takes much, much longer than it should. So anyway, I'm gonna make a matcha now. I'm gonna go journal and meditate, and then I will probably come back and bake my bread. I need to make more almond milk. I soaked my almonds last night because I only have about 1 matcha left. So this morning is one of those long mornings of prepping for all the things that I love so that I don't have to worry about it during the week. So I have my Smeg frother. This thing is the best. I've tried 1 million frothers. I'm going to add almond milk to the first line. I'm gonna put a heaping teaspoon, or half a teaspoon really, and just tap it into my bowl. Just like that. And then pour it right on top. Pretty easy. I love the ceremony of matcha too, just like all the steps. I actually really enjoy it. You can put a lot of intention into it before you make it. So that's my matcha. And now I'm going to meditate. I've always meditated right here on the, like at the coffee table. I don't know what started back in LA, and then I don't know, I just like to sit on the floor. So I have these like little cushion things I found, and I have my journal. I've been journaling in these leather journals since 2022. So some years, a couple years now I've been using these. They're from Liberty London. You can actually buy them online. They come in different colors, but I just like the feel, the touch, the paper. I think it is really important to have a good relationship with your journal and actually really like it. I think it encourages you to take it with you a lot more and want to write in it. I don't really have prompts anymore. When I first started, I definitely had more prompts, but now I just kind of free write. I think the ultimate goal in journaling is to obviously find what works for you and what questions do you want to say to yourself or ask yourself. And sometimes when I feel very stuck or stressed, I definitely go back and revert to questions and prompts that I've used in the past, like how are you feeling is number one. I think at the end of the day, I'm actually gonna take these off. So how I feel is one of the number one questions, like how am I feeling today, I think is really important for journaling. Just tuning in with your emotions and how you feel right now and everything that's going on in your life, I think is really the goal of just really asking like how you feel about things and processing them. And the beauty of journaling as well is that it just like, it's a free place to have any emotion that you want or any feeling that you want and just letting it free. There's no judgment, there's no person that is going to say that your feelings are not valid, or you can have 6 different emotions if you want, happy, sad, angry, in like 1 page, and you know, who cares? Sometimes we need to go through all those emotions to get to the other side of really feeling like we've processed through them. I like to just write the date and where I am because I travel a lot, obviously. So I just finished my journaling and meditation. One of my dearest aunts just passed and I wasn't that close with her in the last years, but my mom named my middle name after her. Her name was Terry, and she named my middle name is Tree, so it was actually after Terry, my Auntie Terry. I did this very specific meditation. I actually am gonna record it for YouTube. I am back in my kitchen and I wanted to get my buckwheat bread started. So this is a new thing that I'm doing. It's gluten-free, and even though in Italy the gluten definitely doesn't affect me like it does in America, I still, in general, like to avoid eating gluten on a daily basis. I'll eat it on the weekends when I want to have good pasta or whatever it is. Buckwheat is amazing, super high in minerals and iron, and a lot of good nutrients, high in protein too, for being a type of grain or seed. This has been fermenting the batter overnight. So it has a good amount. It's been about 24 hours. As you can see, it's kind of like, it's bubbled up a bit, which means it has that natural bacteria. It's starting to do the fermentation process, which is really good for our gut health. It's the same kind of idea as kimchi. So I crunch up my parchment paper just so it forms into the pan a little better. Okay, parchment paper pan. I really have to be careful with these sleeves when I'm cooking because they are like, they just want to be and live in everything. All right, she is beautiful. I have this like blend of seeds. It's sesame, flax, and chia. So I think it just adds value, kind of like an everything bagel, I guess, in a way. I'm just gonna sprinkle those on top. And then I'm going to bake it 350 for 90 minutes. Really good. The bread is baking, and before I make my celery juice or almond milk, I actually like to do intermittent fasting most of the morning, and then I normally eat lunch around like 11 or 12. So I'm actually going to go upstairs into my office and get going on some emails and some stuff I need to work on for my companies. I have really interesting transitions and a lot of things happening right now, which is really exciting, but it definitely is a lot to manage and to go on. I just have a desk, my plant, and my ceramics wheel. Actually, Romeo got it for me for Christmas, like a proper one. So I'm really happy to start doing ceramics again once I get this organized better. So I need to get some art in here and a lot of things, but slowly, as you know, it takes time to make a house come together. My storage little thing came. I'm very excited. I'm definitely gonna spend some time after my workday organizing all this mess and putting it into this cabinet. This is my Nama juicer. I love it. It's a cold press juicer. I use it for my almond milk and my juices, and I have to say I've tried many juicers, and this is my favorite right now. So I'm just gonna add, this is a full stock of, or not like bunched whole stock here, which normally gets you about a 16-ounce celery juice, which is what you want for the benefits. What I love about this juicer is that you literally just close the lid and turn it on, and it does all the magic for you versus having to like put each stock in.